You know, we haven't really been faced with any serious resistance until now, Sir Milne. Well, there was one incident. We had an exchange of fire when we took in the previous Minister of War, Cemal Pasha. Yes, 2 of our soldiers and 5 of theirs were injured.
What were all those soldiers doing at that mansion at that time of night? It's obvious they were prepared for something like this. Former Chief of Staff, has it been taken?
Oh, yes. We have had some revenge for Gallipoli there, Sir Milne.
They haven't seen what vengeance means. Not yet.
What I was wondering about was if you think the occupation may cause this resistance to grow or not.
How could it grow even more, Sir Robic? Both the palace and the government have become the toy of the resistance. Wasn't Mustafa Kemal rehabilitated just 40 days ago? Didn't they return his medals and badges?
Yes. Yes, the audacity. And we thought that the Sultan was friendly and close to us. And how could he just sign off on a decision like this?
No Turk can be trusted. They have this nationalism in their veins, like a virus. That's why we have to be very careful. The members of parliament and the delegates are being followed, right?
Yes, indeed. We have 300 Armenian agents from the Hendikyas. They are surveying their homes as we speak, Sir Milne.
It's highly likely that Mustafa Kemal will use the occupation as a pretext to gather the parliament in Ankara. We cannot allow this ever. Never.
As you might have guessed, the Grand Vizier does not seem willing to work with us, Sir Milne. He disagrees with the occupation. And to quote his words, he said this is the end of government.
Who cares what he thinks? Lord Curzon was even annoyed that the memorandum stipulates that Istanbul not be taken away from the Turks. Unfortunately, we had no choice but to work with our allies.
If we play the devil's advocate, if the article wasn't in that memorandum, then surely the Turks would feel cornered. And as you know, even a mouse that's cornered has the potential to turn into a monster.
The American president agrees with Lord Curzon. He says Istanbul should be taken away from the Turks.
President Wilson has been watching this war from his comfortable chair. He's not exactly acting like a knight in shining armor with his idealistic thoughts. His only goal is to have all of Turkey and that of Istanbul to be mandated by America.
Indeed, there are not a few American elements active within the resistance. Take, for example, this scribe, Halide Edip.
Sir Robic, she's been arrested, hasn't she?
No, we haven't found her yet. Nobody knows where they are, and I fear they may be trying to flee to Ankara.
That can't happen. She has great influence over the masses. Her husband is a leading resistor and a member of parliament.
How dare he? Mustafa Kemal. He sent it to all the Allied embassies. He's saying the occupation of Istanbul is a fist thrown at the conscience of all humanity. And he threatens the consequences of the struggle to keep the people's honor and dignity falls on the occupying powers. This is a provocation to resist.
I don't know about the conscience, but we threw a good punch at the Turks.
85 members of parliament and about 60 officers and high-positioned bureaucrats have been arrested. These are all important people. Surely this will teach them a lesson. And Turks, very strange people. I know what they're capable of doing. I witnessed this in Gallipoli. When things get tough, they stick together like glue. In order for us to beat them, we must come between them.
Thanks God we have Trojan horses. I spoke to Said Molna this morning. From now on, you can be sure we can take advantage of him now.
He's a disgusting man.
So Robic, he's the best we can find. And God knows he's doing a good job. And that's all we need.